G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome to Shit Easy Motorcycle Camp Cooking. I've just got the bloody fire arced up, and what we're doing is beef goulash with whole potatoes. So this is it. This is the only ingredients. Now, granted, with goulash, you want to have some rolls or bread. I used to live with a guy called Zake. He was from Yugoslavia, and that was one of our staple meals, was goulash, and he made it from scratch. Absolutely delicious, and I used to love grabbing the bread and, you know, near the end you soak up all the stuff and eat. It was really good. So I came across this in the supermarket here in Australia. Woolworths is what we call it. I don't know whether that's a worldwide thing, it doesn't matter. So that's it, a plate, and let's see what we need out of this bag. Well, I reckon that's it. That should be all we need. We're going to find out. Okay, so for some of you guys that don't know what that is a what they call a gauze mat. It has a clay or a ceramic thing in there. What that does is that when you put on these little mini stoves, there's such a little tiny flame. What this does is it just distributes the heat, you know, whether you've got a pot or whatever. I'm not going to be using any pots or fry pans. I'm basically going to be cooking in these. Now, I know we've discussed this before. You shouldn't really do it because there's plastic liners and stuff like that. This stuff it's already been cooked. It only has to be heated up, so it's not going to be doing it for very long. And this isn't how I eat every day. Only every now and then. Not going to kill you. Well, that's what I reckon. So the first thing that we want to do, I believe, because I've never done this is the first time I've done this particular setup, and that is to crack open the what do you call it, the spuds. So you can see little spuds in there. We're going to heat these up. Let's get this going. That on there. Put that on top of that. So I'm going to heat that up so that those potatoes get hot all inside, and then what I'll do is I'll just set that aside so that can just sit in there. Then I'll heat up the goulash, basically plate it up, eat it, and we're good to go. Rightio guys, so the time that has elapsed is, I don't know, about 11 minutes. But this is just about, as you can see, it's pretty damn hot. It's going to start boiling over, the water's going to go everywhere. So what I'm going to do is not turn it up, just turn that down. Now, if you've got a bloody your motorcycle gloves, just grab that so you don't burn your fingers. Put that down there. Now that can just sit there, that'll hold the heat. It'll just keep heating all through those potatoes, because I'm such an expert. Now all we've got to do is heat up the goulash. Now obviously the potatoes, if you're out at a camp or whatever, you can put those the potatoes in some hot coals to heat that up. Oh, look at that. Now that's the colour. Ooh. Look at that. Bloody. Smells good. Alright, so all we're going to do now is turn that up like that, and all we've got to do is heat it up. You don't have to boil, you don't want to boil it, just get it to, you know, a nice heat that you can eat it with. Now, unlike the potatoes, I didn't have to stir the potatoes because it's in that water. But I think with the goulash, the meat, you might want to move around. It is full of water anyway, but get my other glove. Might make this a bit easier. Oh, geez, I tell you what, that bloody gets hot. I'm really hoping this is going to taste good, because I tell you what, this will be a decent meal to have around a campfire. It's simple as just 2 cans. You don't need refrigeration. You know, have them in your saddlebags. They're not going to bust. You know, people say, oh, you've got to carry the weight. On the motorcycle, it's not that. You know, we're not hiking, and you don't have to, like, if you bring the dehydrated stuff. We've talked all about this before. This is more for the new guys that come across this. Well, if you're doing dehydrated food, you've got to carry the water, unless you know that you're going somewhere where you can get a decent water source. Then you could, you know, you're not carrying that water. You get it from the source wherever you pull up. But majority of the times, you know, where we're going, we make sure that we carry the water to drink and to, you know, brush your teeth, wash bloody bits and pieces, and to cook with. So having the tins, even though they are heavy, you would have had to have carried the water weight-wise for the dehydrated stuff. So you're not saving anything. You guys know me, I don't like that dehydrated shit. Tastes like crap. Unlike Alistair, he likes it. Let's just try. That actually tastes good. It's still cool. What I might do, guys, is lift this up, put that heat, the gauze mat will slow down the heating, but it means that if you've got something, especially like doing pancakes or, you know, where you're frying not having the liquid, you won't burn right in the center. Everything normally burns. Okay. Now, while that's doing that, I was at the supermarket and I come across these. And you see that says potato buns. And I said to Nay, what the hell is potato buns? And she went, yeah, you can make bread and you can make cakes and stuff out of mashed potatoes. I'd never seen this before. So I've grabbed them. I've had one out of it. When I grabbed it, the expiry date was, I think that says the 12th of May. So it like had a couple of weeks worth of expiry out of it. So I thought, wow, geez, going on a camping trip, that'd be pretty bloody handy to have. And it tastes just like a normal bun, you know, a bread bun. It obviously has flour, all the normal stuff, but it also has the mashed potato. Apparently, Matt, he'd actually made cake out of it. The dog's sitting over here on the bloody thing and she's getting all excited. Oh, what do you got there? What do you got there? Alright. So, I reckon this has got to be pretty well done. Let's give that a shot. Ah! That is done. Alright, now, so over here, and right over here. So all we're going to do now is just pour the water all over my knee. Pour the water out, make sure you... Chuck that on there. Look at that. Then pour that on there. Like that. Spread it around. It seems a little bit watery compared to what Zarko used to make. His was more a little bit thicker and oilier. I better get this dog down. Rightio, come on, down you come. Up down there. Oh, my table's not exactly level. That all bloody let those potatoes soak into that, the flavour soak into the potatoes. So looking at this, I'm thinking that possibly a little bit more of the goulash would have been good. I'm just going to try this bread first before I go into that. Just take a bit of this stuff off. So it's just, as you can see, it's just like, looks like a normal roll. That in there like that. Look at that. No, that's alright. Try one of these potatoes. Hot. That's alright. Oh, that meat is delicious, and it's as soon as you bite into it, it just all falls apart. What I might do is I might just try and pour some of this liquid out of there, make this a little bit more manageable. Yeah, that looks a bit better. What do you reckon, Perks? She reckons it smells alright. That's goulash. Granted, it's not as good as Zarko's. His was more, like I said, it was more oilier. I would even say a little bit more flavoursome. I think as as far as goulash goes, I think this might be just on the it's not bland. Those potatoes, that's brilliant. Whole potatoes in a tin. Nuts. Yeah, see that? Oh yeah. That's a proper bloody meal. Alright guys, so there you go. I don't know if you've heard about these potato buns. They seem to have a longer life shelf, or a life, the use by date is a lot longer, about 2 weeks. And these haven't dried out, because I've had these for a little while. I've most probably had them for about a week, and they're still fine. Whereas if I had normal rolls or bread, that'd be no good. They would have bloody gone mouldy, gone, you know, stale, dried out. Bloody good stuff, Perks. Alright, there you go guys. That's goulash, 2 tins, no refrigeration. Chuck it in your saddlebags, head out, grab some potato buns if you want, and you've got a full-on meal there. Maybe if you wanted, if there was two of yous, if it was two guys, grab 1 tin of the whole potatoes and grab 2 of those. So 1 each of those, and then split the potatoes in 2. And I reckon that would be perfect. All right, I'm going to finish bloody eating this, and that is good. That is really good, and it's bloody hot too. Alrighty guys, keep on riding, and if you ain't riding, keep on keeping on.